My lungs are like, girl, you need a cough. And I'm like, but how about not? How about we don't say we did?
Is that your conversation with your lungs?
Yeah.
Good morning. We're just enjoying coffee, and Mary is having a fancy cup of tea by the fire. It's been your jam recently.
Yeah.
Since she started the steroids, the inhaled steroids, she can't handle caffeine. So she's been drinking decaf coffee sometimes and sometimes tea.
Yes. It is lovely.
Tis. So we got a bunch of snow yesterday, as you probably know, but it is really windy today. I wanted to take the drone out and to show you all the snow, but I don't think, unless the wind dies down, I don't think that's going to happen today.
It was amazing to sleep for the first time in
Oh,
a couple weeks now.
yeah, not have to flush your line in the middle of the night, not have to clean the sheets in the middle of the
No
night.
beeping.
It was
It
good.
was amazing. I still woke up with a headache, which I do not understand, because sometimes when people wake up with headaches, it indicates that their oxygen is low during the night. But when I'm in the hospital and they're monitoring my oxygen, it doesn't dip low enough to indicate a headache. So sometimes there's just no answers.
Oliver is bundled up in Mary's coat, and we are gonna eat some lunch.
Soup.
Supa, yeah. We made this, heated up some more soup. We've got some snacks, and let's eat.
Well, so then there's that thing called we got stuck in our driveway. We were gonna go out. My head's doing okay. And we want to get out, and Peter got us like a few feet up the driveway because he got some gravel and put it under our tires. But now we got stuck again, so our driveway isn't even that steep, so that says something. But the roads are fine, it's just getting to the road that's the challenge around here. So I think he's getting more gravel, but we'll update you when we get out of the driveway. Don't forget to laugh every day, and don't be in a rush just in case you get stuck in your driveway. Oh, here he goes. Isn't he amazing? Can everybody just give him a thumbs up, please? Because he is such a cheerful servant, and he's amazing. And I'm so thankful for him. And he could have just said, we can't get out of the driveway, let's go back in the house. But he's like, I'm gonna figure this out. So, here we go. He's going down underneath our deck. Because there's like some old gravel there, so hopefully we'll have enough to get us up a few more feet. I think we did it. Did you do it?
We're close.
So close.
We're so close.
We're to the edge of the driveway.
Well, it's the edge of the driveway, but there's still like the portion where the plows made snow in front of our driveway.
There's that.
There is that, but let's give this a try.
Are we just gonna bust through it? Or attempt? Here we go. Oh, this is the next technique. More gravel? We'll see. Shovel? Okay, yeah, shovel. Ooh, he did it! He did it. What's this wee business?
You were with me.
I was.
Yes.
Actually, I was weighing the car down, unfortunately.
Oh,
I guess I could have
brought the drone. The wind died.
Oh, do you want to go back?
Tomorrow.
Are you sure?
We got things to do, places to go.
People to see. Let's do it.
All right.
And I ain't got no NG in my nose. I ain't got no NG in my nose. made it home. Whew. We had a fun time. We actually were looking at cars, or vehicles rather, because it's kind of necessary to have a vehicle who can drive in the snow and get out of the driveway. So it was kind of ironic that while we were on our way to go look at a four-wheel drive vehicle, we got stuck in the driveway. So it was kind of like, yes, this is why we're looking at this. So we went and did that, and then we had some Chick-fil-A, and now we are home. Welcome home.
Guys, it's Friday night. You know what that means? Shark Tank tonight. So we're watching Shark Tank. We're eating a snack. Mary's having apples and caramel, and I'm having pretzels on the couch. Okay, I'm gonna clean this up. We'll see you guys later.
Oh, look at that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
One more. Delicious.
I'm just trying to work out.
Trying to work out. Good job, sweetie.
Ooh, that's
Whoa. Ooh, that was quite the maneuver.
Oh, I ain't got no energy in my nose, Isn't this the glamorous life? At least I feel glamorous in my $5 Walmart leggings.
Yeah.
Might not be able to breathe super well, but at least I feel stylish. That's all that matters in life. Not.
Good job.
Maybe I should try something that doesn't require so much breathing. My lungs are like, girl, you need a cough. And I'm like, but how about not? How about we don't say we did?
Is that your conversation with your lungs?
Yeah. Do what you think you can't do.
Oliver has just been loving the snow. It started snowing a little bit more tonight. I think we're getting more snow in the next couple of days, so it's like a winter wonderland playground out there for Ollie boy. And I've been working on my sermon for Sunday, and Mary just finished her vests, so I'm gonna see what she's up to.
Holy moly. After we turned off the camera, I did some more headstands and handstands. And it was so much fun. I just haven't, well, it feels like I haven't been able to do that in quite a while. I guess I had a couple days in between my first NJ and my second NJ where I was able to do them, but it's been a few weeks since I've been able to consistently do them. So that was super fun, and lots of coughing, but for me it's worth it. You know, my headache went away at like 7 p.m., so from 7 on, I felt safe to do them. You know, it wasn't until late in the evening that I actually did them, but it was fun, and I feel a little wobbly. I need to work on them because I haven't been able to, so I'm going to keep working on strengthening my muscles and just keeping my body as strong as possible, you know, with fighting a lot of infections in my lungs and that sort of thing. It's just good to use my lungs to their full capacity, as much or as little as that might be, and help them to breathe deeply. Even though it makes me cough, it's good. And I'm thankful I was able to eat a couple of meals today so that I'm not just burning calories when I'm, you know, doing handstands. But it is an interesting balance. The Cystic Fibrosis community has, like the CF Foundation, has really encouraged patients to use exercise as a form of therapy, either airway clearance for some patients. And I do cough, but I don't use it as my airway clearance. I use it as strengthening and conditioning and just giving my body muscles to fight, you know. So there's a lot of benefits for CF patients for exercise. But I remember being, you know, like 11 years old or something, and a doctor asked me, like, are you exercising? And I very sincerely, I was not trying to be disrespectful. I was sincerely confused when the doctor said that. And I said, I thought I was supposed to be gaining weight, not losing it, because in my mind, exercise meant losing weight. Now, obviously, I know now that their question was very reasonable. I just thought it was crazy because I thought, wait a second, you told me to gain weight, not lose it. But anyway, it's just a tricky balance because for patients, you know, for those of us who spend a lot of time doing therapy every day and coughing and having headaches and that sort of thing, it would be really tremendously difficult for me to force myself to get on a treadmill every day or something like that, because for me that is not enjoyable. But I think for each patient we find what's fun for us, and for me it's doing handstands and things that I used to like to do as a kid, and now I grow up and I learn that some of these are yoga positions, and so I have fun with that. Today I'm not sore from working out. Today I'm sore from falling down the stairs yesterday.
Oops.
Oh, and here's part of my evidence.
See your bruise?
Is it still there?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I have more. Oh, yeah, I feel a little sore, like here. I don't know if there's any. For the most part, I'm totally fine from falling down the stairs. The worst part was coughing afterward and then throwing up my NJ. That was the worst part, but
a little less unfortunate.
All is well that ends well. I guess it didn't really end well, but it ended. And
yeah.
I will say, like, my first time I coughed up my NJ was actually a little bit easier than the second time, because the first time I was just coughing and gagging and coughing and gagging, and it just came out. This time I was coughing and coughing and coughing, and I was trying not to let it come out, so I was really...
She was trying to... She had throw up in her mouth, and she was trying to swallow the NJ down.
You gotta do what you gotta do. I just didn't want... my gag reflex was going off, but I just wanted it. Just go back down. You gotta do your job. But no matter what I did, why it was harder this time around. So I sat there coughing and gagging and coughing and gagging. And it was like looped in my mouth. Once we realized, okay, it's not going back down, I had to pull it out of my mouth. So I grabbed the loop and then pulled this way. So it started coming up and out.
Could you feel it, like down here? Probably not.
Probably not down there, but just in your throat, like that feeling.
Yeah.
And so it came out here. So then it's in my nose, and around my sinuses, and in my mouth. So then I ripped the tape off my face and slurp it out of my nose. And anyway, nobody would have wanted to see that.
No.
I was just gagging and gagging. But I mean, I know you guys are gracious and are willing to walk through that sort of thing with us.
Yeah, thank you for, like, being part of, like, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between.
one answer to just put it out there for now is the biggest thing stopping us from getting a permanent feeding tube of some sort, whether that's a GJ or a J tube. I'm like totally game with getting it awake if sedation is not an option right now because of my lungs. And I'm like, yeah, I can do this. The only issue is the recovery. Since it is through the abdominal wall, it would inevitably hinder the coughing process. And if it was just for a day or 2 or 3, no big deal. But I've heard from other patients it's weeks of recovery.
And obviously that's different for everybody.
Right.
But given Mary's body being weak already, and I think I heard you talking when I was getting ready for bed, but it's just a complicated issue. Like, there isn't, like, if Mary putting on weight was like our ultimate goal, like, then yeah, maybe we'd go like do that, like push through the recovery. But the ultimate goal is to keep her lungs as healthy as possible.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of like pros and cons to everything. Like, obviously weight will help her lungs, but
well, it'll help my body in general,
Yeah.
be able to help my lungs fight.
but like weight isn't like the ultimate in our like
Yeah.
treatment plan.
It's kind of like the sinuses. It's like the sinuses are a stinker because that's, you know, a place for infection. So we could do sinus surgery again, but it's not the ultimate goal to have perfectly clear sinuses.
Yeah.
Yes, it might help my lungs a little bit, but we've seen from the past for me, it's not that much of a benefit.
And maybe the surgery not benefit would be
Overtake the possible benefit.
so there's just so like it's so much more complicated than face value. And
The other point I just remembered is my recoveries from my sinus surgery, my port? I don't know. Just my recoveries tend to be different than the normal patient because of my blood counts being wacky, my spleen sucking up my blood counts. And so there are so many like factors that we have to take into consideration.
yeah. And I think we've seen that her body is like sensitive to things that
Are you
goes
calling
through.
me a weirdo?
No, no, just kidding.
My body is very...
Complicated. Yeah, complex.
And maybe after treating my lungs, my whole body will just kind of...
Be
Work
less
out.
of a weirdo.
Maybe.
Well, Mary's working hard to get in the calories even without the NJ tube, and I'm proud of her. So let's all give Mary a thumbs up.
I think we already gave you a thumbs up today.
Well, we'll get double thumbs ups today. Actually, I think if you hit it twice, it takes away the thumbs up. So, no, I don't know. Regardless, thanks for all your love and support. And
And
as always, we will see you tomorrow. Good night.